The sixth on the programme, Class 3, 1,200 metres, the Loxington Cup. 1,200 metre dash then, headed by God of Dragon. The blinkers come off, having his third start. Harrier Jet drops back into Class 3 company. California Fortune will roll forward from barrier 8. Super Funds here on debut, as is Wishful Thinker, a two-time winner in Australia. Infinity Endeavour's won 2 of his 3 starts this season. Star Shine debuts, as does Technician. And down to Most Beautiful, who has run up behind Victory Machine over course and distance last time.
And he rolled forward on that occasion, Andrew, and basically sat just on the speed. California Fortune potentially a likely front runner. Star Fun has some pace. Technician can race handy, but likely to get sort of pushed back to 3, back to fence. Hard Promise should take a really nice spot. Victory Marvel's the type of horse that could push on, so there's a few sort of question marks in this race with a number of first starters, but I do think the pace will be solid for this 1,200 metre race.
He's one of the first starters as well, Super Fun, 11.02 his weight coming in. He's had 4 trials. Hood goes on for his debut run. And Alexi Bedell, he's quite forward for his debut run, but he just does need to improve on what we've seen on the trial so far. This horse doesn't though. Infinity Endeavour, he's won 2 of his last 3, and he's trained on well. He's going nicely, and a horse that's in reasonable form. Probably start favourite, and I say that he's odds on already, so yes, he will start.
Wow.
Probably favourite. And Star Shine, another one of the first starters. Now he's got a bit of pace, this one. Tongue tie on for his debut run. He's had 2 trials. Just wonder if he needs a bit longer on his pedigree, but he's moving nicely and has got a bit of pace.
Surprised about that price at the moment. It's still a fair way out, I suppose, aren't we? We'll come back. We're actually going to see Infinity Endeavour in this race. It's the one blot in his copybook so far, finishing out of the money. He was favoured as well. Most Beautiful finishes in 2nd place, though.
Yeah, he ran a good race here, Most Beautiful. Victory Machine just got up on the pace and really dictated the race, and I think everything else was able to just sprint as quickly as Infinity Endeavour, and it did look a little bit disappointing. You can see he's alongside a turf sprint there. He ran a nice race at his next start and couldn't get a clear run, so it was sort of almost procession-like, this race, whereas last start he came out and the overall time was quicker and he just finished off well, so he was worth a slight little excuse, but he looks pretty progressive still.
Yeah, he does, yeah. I think he'll run a good race.
All right, well, then we can see Infinity Endeavour in winning form. The pace is a little bit stronger from the outset. We've also got God of Dragon in here, and California Fortune and Power Man out the back.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do with California Fortune, Paul, because he won really well at the Valley, and then he's been sort of run over by G1 Lover at his next start, and then I know he had a torrid trip here, but he was beaten a long way in the end.
Yeah, he was. As you say, it was a pretty tough run from him. I put him in on a minor line because that win at Happy Valley was very strong, as you mentioned, and he's had a couple of not so good runs. He had excuse in this one. And look, I'll give him a chance.
Just back to the winner there, I mean, that horse, Chunghwa Spirit, went onto the dirt after that and ran well. So I think, you know, he's probably the one to beat, but he's a little skinny, as you say.
Yeah, and he's a solid tempo, I think, over the 1,200 metres. Go back to the first starters, and Super Fun, we saw the track work. Here's one of the trials. He's had 5 coming in.
Yeah, I think he needs to improve on what I've seen so far. You can see he's been pushed out in this trial as well. He's by Dandy Man. He's got 2-year-old form over in the UK and Ireland. Look, he is really pushed out in this trial. He looks like he needs further, so happy to watch him.
Yep, won at the Curragh under the title of De Boss Man. So,
and after you.
I highly doubt it, Paul.
If you just watch the end of that trial, he keeps going, though.
Yeah.
He'll be doing his best work towards the end. Wishful Thinking, and I Am Invincible 4-year-old.
Yeah, Wishful Thinker. I'm going to give him a little rough chance in for 4th, actually, because I didn't mind this trial. That's in Trepic. We spoke about him earlier.
Yeah.
I think that's Sun Touch too down on the rail there, so I just like the way he stayed on. He's a horse that has had quite a solid prep. Chad Schofield's done a lot of the work. He's drawn off the track, that was the concern, but he won a couple of races in Australia before coming. I'm going to sneak him in at a bit of value.
Yeah, £11.57. He had 3 trials. He's drawn 11, but he's been slow away in his last couple, so he can always go back.
All right, and this is Star Shine as well, a 3-time winner in country New South Wales.
Yeah, now Star Shine's got a bit of pace. As I said, I just wonder if he needs a little bit further. On saying that, his wins have been over 1,100, but he's 1,200 here on debut. Tongue tie goes on. He's had 2 trials, and I'm happy to watch him at this stage. But he's got ability.
I don't mind him. He's a nice enough type. I get the feeling he might need a run though. That was my little issue, but he stayed on okay there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
All right, he's $32 chance at the moment behind this $1.80 favourite, Paul.
Yeah, he's come up pretty short, so I'll take him on with a Super Hoppy, a horse I've had a bit of time for before. He's been freshened up. He had 2 runs over 1,200, they were both good. Then at 1,400, they rode him a bit closer, and he was wide most of the way. He did drop out. So they've freshened him up, and they brought him back in, and I will give him a chance here. Super Hoppy on top to beat Infinity Endeavour, the favourite. California Fortune, and Harriet Jet hasn't been going too badly either. He's dropped in, he's been downgraded from Class 3 to Class 2. So 7, 9, 4 and 2 with the exotics the way to go.
I've got your Hoppy in there too, Paul, but I'll tip Infinity Endeavour because he did look impressive again last start. So he's probably the most likely winner. Him on top, and then Harriet Jet I've got in second. He is a horse that drops into the right class. Perhaps the Valley might be his preferred race course, but he was only 4 lengths away behind Beat the Clock 3 starts ago. That reads pretty well for a race like this. Then Super Hoppy, and I'll throw in Wishful Thinker. He was a little slow to move in that trial, but he quickly whipped around them, and I thought he stayed on okay. I think he's got a bit of talent, that horse. So 9, 2, 7, 8.
All right, I was going to take on the favourite as well with California Archer, but he's out, so Infinity Endeavour by default is now on top. All right, that was race number 6. Short break for us, back with the 7th on the other side of this, not forgetting the feature race, race number 9 on the programme, Hong Kong Classic Mile.